Hello everyone, this is Mr.arorora, and today's episode we are going to finally finish our onimask and we will print this mask together. So, without a further complication, let's get to it. In today's episode, there's not much for me to explain. At this point, we're just going to use sculpting tools to give more detail to our character and bring out everything else. So, if that's clear, let's get into it. In the last episode, we finally finalized our base mesh. Then we added our subdivision modifiers. Then we created a shape key to protect the backside of our mask. And in today's episode, we will finalize our detail, give it little more pristine details, and prep it for printing. So, if everything's clear, then we don't have much else to go through. Yes. Like the last time we continued our mesh, I'm going to intervene in scenes that I change tools and I need to specifically explain what I'm doing. Other than that, rest of the things I'm doing at this point are repetition in order to bring out the mask details, characteristics, and other small things. So, yeah, that's all about it. We're just using our grab tool, clay strips, beveling tools, and other than that, we're using smooth, as you can see. Now I will let you enjoy the show, and at the end of the video, we will talk about how are we going to export this mesh and prep it for printing. So, at this point, we can really literally see the shapes, but they're not clean and sharp enough for my taste. So, what we're going to use is the crease sharp and crease polish tools. These are the tools in order to create little lines and straight gaps. We use them for these things. As you can see, I'm using crease sharp at this point and creasing places that are the tooth went in, so it looks much better. And I'm going to use crease polish to create little um, rising points in order to create a better geometry. Yeah, these tools are really simple. After this point, most of the time we use crease and crease polish tools. Other than that, if we are trying to sculpt organic textures and other stuff, we stamp those things onto the screen. Alright, so at this point we are satisfied with our shape and final results. Now we will either going to drill out our line, I mean we're going to drill out holes to our mask, or we're going to use boolean modifier to create some holes in order to put some rope in there and make sure our mass is variable. So this is really simple. We're going to put a cylinder here and a cylinder there. Okay, also after you drew, the way to delete them is pressing B. And there you go. Control B, and there we go. Now, before we do anything else, we need to convert our shape into a mesh and make sure every vertices and face is looking outside. That's really important. In order to do that, we're going to select our mask, click on, right click on it, we're going to convert to selection, then we're going to convert it into a mesh. Then combine our mesh, as you can see. Then we're going to add a boolean modifier to our mask, after we applied our modifiers, of course. Otherwise that will break our model. Remember that. And let's add some subdivision to the teeth and add little detail to them, like little lines and little also let's break the symmetry as well, and let's make sure they're not exactly the same. Okay, after we are done with our base mesh and everything we did on it, so we can finally make sure that we can print our model. As you can see, I already prepared the printing file. Beforehand, before you do anything else, always make sure your face is lining outside and make sure that you don't have any artifacts like that, because those will cause you problems while you're printing the mesh and the model you made. So always be very careful about that. Now, if you if we want, we can put our cylinders there, and with Boolean modifier we can remove that. Now we are going to export our mesh. Choose your desktop or the file you want and only select the mesh you want and select the selection mode only. Export it as a STL in order to be able to use it on Bambu or Bambu Lab Studios or any other 3D printing software. So after that, we are done with Blender, and let's open up our Bambu Lab Studio. As you can see, these are my settings. I'm going to use a 0.6 diameter nozzle, and I'm going to set it into balance high quality mode. This is the size of my model. I'm going to set it on the middle and turn it a little bit in order to fit it in base plate. This is my regular base plate, and you can see the other settings. If you really don't want to have a higher quality model, you can change that setting as well. I use free wall lines and also use 50 degrees support. Also make sure you always have supports for a model like this, because as you can see, the teeth are hanging outside, and while printing regularly, those will sag and destroy the print and turn down the quality of the print. Other than that, everything is ready to print. So thank you all for joining me in this creation journey. I'm really happy to have you all here with me, and this is the first time I have created a model for this kind of purpose and uploaded on YouTube. So I'm really happy about that. This is a huge achievement for me. So I'm really glad to have you all here. So thank you all. And if you liked the video, please leave a comment and like the video. If you didn't like my tutorials, please let me know in the comments below. So thank you all for joining me in this journey. See you in the next episode. Bye.